Alright. We've got MAXPAX for Sidestorm Gaming in the top right side of the map. Lambo in the bottom left. Going to be casting a few more of these best of threes, guys. I've been casting so many epic 2-hour best of fives into best of threes, triple best of threes, best of sevens. And, you know, it's fun. I like those epic series, but I really can't have a channel just of 2-hour long, hour and a half long videos, right? I feel like an hour 10 was like the shortest video for 1 week of videos we did. So I'm going to try and cast a few more best of threes. To be fair, actually, that hour 10 was a best of three, wasn't it? I think it was that Solar Beyond series that just freaking was all epic games, which is a really good series, by the way. I hope all ZVT looks like that in the future, but this is a ZVP. Don't get to see a lot of Lambo. Keen to see what's going on here. Here's a Warty Mondays match from, I think, the quarterfinals. And there's going to be a hatch gas. As did Lambo go 15 hatchery, guys, to get this down on time? When did he start that? 35 seconds ago now. So that's about 40 seconds. So yeah, he took that hatchery at least one supply early, not letting MAXPAX get the block off. So nice play for Lambo. MAXPAX, of course, trying to disrupt his mining by bouncing around here. Lambo's been pretty good at correcting it, but there we go. And now his workers have been disrupted. Well done, MAXPAX. Disrupted the workers a little bit there, and they are struggling to get back to mining. Nicely done. Behind it, of course, it is Nexus into Cybercore on 20, resuming probes, 21-second gas on 75 minerals, and then a 22 pylon. So the next 50 minerals goes into that probe. Next 100 minerals will go into this pylon. Just going to build that here where he's got a lot of production space around this pylon. Nicely done. Meanwhile, still harassing on the other side like the nuisance that he is. 2 queens on the way for Lambo. Now, I'm really curious to see what does Lambo think is best, because he's pretty cerebral normally as a player. I know a lot of Euros were trying to just play like, oh, let's just shove Banes through the new Storm because it doesn't do damage fast enough and we should be able to like overwhelm people. But I think if Protoss engages, like if you're coming with Hydra Bane from here and here, if they engage out here and start storming out front and then fall backwards and have plenty of room, it's fine. It's only if they're like stuck here and your army's already on top of them from 2 sides and they've got nowhere to retreat or something like that, where you don't have enough time for those storms to stack up the damage. But going through these big storms, still very painful. Of course, Lambo's usually a timing attack master when it comes to queen walks. Goes 32 supply, 3rd queen, into the 3rd hatchery, and then the Overlord right after. Very typical opening. First Adept arrives. No chrono on the 2nd Adept. Those chronos instead are being used on the probes. And of course, this next one will be used on the Oracle. Oh, Void Ray! Okay, he's going to try and blind his enemy. Close their vision. The Overlord is going to be pretty easy to find, I would imagine, but you never know. Sometimes people don't check exactly the right area. Usually, MAXPAX is not going to very regularly do a charge all in after this. Some players would. They go 1 Void Ray, make a Twilight already on the way, and they just go, bam, charge lots, let's go. It can work really well. It's a great, I would say, ability to beat someone like 1,000 MMR higher than you. Just wall off with a gate, you know, pretend you're taking a 3rd, but as long as you've already got charge going and then you go out there, you'll build a Nexus, but you don't probe it. You stop at 35 workers, you pull off gas, maybe even 32 workers, and you just build 8 gateways in your main and then you just go, go, go. While your Void Ray is killing the Overlords. But so far, hasn't found any of these. First Overlord does get found, and actually the other Overlords are dangerously close. Oh, he's going to find a 2-for. Oh, that's juicy. That's juicy. Really good start, actually. I thought not finding an Overlord on his side of the map would be a disadvantage, but look at that. Nice micro. And he's going to get 2 Overlords immediately. Luckily, Lambo very quick to build 3 more. That allows him to continue his droning. Oracle comes in. Drone's a little bit exposed. Should be 1 drone only. Hey, good defense. Lambo pretty quick on the scramble. Gets good damage on the Oracle as well. Behind this, Forge and Twilight's on the way. Gas is on the natural. About as straight up as you could get. Now, often in the past, if someone went Twilight Forge before gases, it meant they were playing charge and delaying blink, or maybe skipping blink entirely. I'm curious if that's the case. Lots of gateways coming in, straight to 6 gates. This does look like a charge +1 build, right? He's got 200 gas rather than 250. So it lines up nicely to go for that charge. Oracle took a few hits over there. No, but it is indeed blink. Never mind. Oh, Oracle doesn't quite get that. The drone disappears into the hatchery for Lambo. 60 workers for him. He's up 10 workers. He's done a very good situation with the opening. The question is, what's his next step? There's no Evo chamber. There we go. He's got some Lings building. I'd like to see a lot of Overlords for Lambo, because you know the Stalkers are coming across the map soon, and you need to be able to mass units. But right now, he's getting close to his supply block, and he seemingly doesn't realize. Void Ray Oracle comes in from the north. The Queen chasing a bit far on its own. Does need to replace that creep spread. Zergling sees Stalkers on the third. That tells him, yep, probably a standard Stalker build. Lambo, is he going to try and play +1 melee? It's not going to be a fast one if so. Yeah, it is. Okay. So he's going to play melee and a 5th hatchery. Willing to give up one of these. Still building just Zerglings and Queens. No Roaches. Oh, good move with the Void Ray. He was a bit slow replacing this Creep Tumor, which is part of why Lambo's movement here is so bad. Oh, he even built a Spore Crawler and then cancelled that as well to keep that drone alive. Stalker's going to hit the south side. 5 more drones are building for Lambo, as well as an Infestation Pit. He might be thinking about Ultralisks. Ultras are a very good unit against Stalker's Storm. Queen on the natural defends the Void Ray. It does take heavy damage. Oh, Lings eat a big stasis. That's a lot of Zerglings. 13 to get frozen, but MAXPAX, seeing an abundance of Lings and a lack of drones, is not willing to press his luck any further. Baneling Nest and second Evo Chamber are on the way. Alright, Lambo wants to play pure Ling Bane Ultra here, I think. Damn, that's cool. I wouldn't mind 2 Infestors and a Hive right now. He's going to try and build a few Roaches. Could be full Ravager Ling Bane, I guess. It's an older style, but I was wondering if that would come back against the Changed Storm. Oh my god, he's not reacting though! He's not reacting, it's Roach Warren! He's so focused on the front. Lambo, he's trying to transfuse. A Queen goes down. He's going to lose his Roach Warren. Oh, huge mistake there for Lambo. Lings do set off the stasis traps, but losing that right before Roach Speed. I think he has to go Hive now and try to play Ultras, because, I mean, you don't have Roach Speed. I mean, I guess you can make all your Roaches into Ravagers, and it doesn't matter. Infestors and Hive do start up, so I think we're thinking alike, me and him. I wouldn't mind the Carapace as well. He's got a second Evo. Yeah, Carapace as well. Interesting, man. This game could get heckers. The problem is that Hive's a bit delayed. He did lose the hatchery up north earlier as well. He never rebuilt the Roach Warren. Can you make Roaches into Ravagers when you don't have a Roach Warren, guys? That's a question. I actually have no idea. Like, is Roach Warren a prerequisite to make Ravager? You can't do it? Oh, that's a bummer, because he might have wanted to turn these into Ravagers to defend like a Zealot Archon push. It's just how often do you see that, you know? Hive's there, Microbial Shroud. Oh, Lambo's going to play Microbial. Does he get there? You need a lot of Infestors, though. He's gone 5. 5 Infestors is a good count. Microbial's a 6 spell, but it's sick for Ultras. It's not good for any other unit, because your other units just die to Storm. So it's 100%. He needs to go instant Ultra Cavern and start building Ultras the second that's finished. And I don't know if MAXPAX is going to give him the time. Lings are coming forward. I don't know about this engage. Yeah, definitely not. I think counter-attacking the Lings might be the play. Oh, this is awkward. Ultra Cavern's just now started in the main. It might be late. Feels like 30 seconds faster. I could see this working for him. Bane speed never got upgraded, by the way. Oh, there we go. Sorry, it kicked in just then. Hatchery on the left gets cancelled. Lambo, he's up in army supply, but it's mostly Ling Bane. Very fragile to Storm Archon. That being said, this army's kind of small, man. If he can flank this nicely with the stasis trap. Oh, good pullback. Only lets 5 Zerglings get frozen. He's going to get ready to full surround. I think MAXPAX is going to recall out of this. Either recall out or punch a hole to the right side. Zealots come in. They get cleaned up by Ling Bane. He's going to pull to the right side. Good pull away. Really nicely done. Adrenal never got made this game, remember? +1 Carapace is now finished, but +2's done for the Zealots, so they still 2-shot. Oh, his Ultra Cavern just finished and he's supply blocked. Oh no, he's building a Spire right now. Oh man, he needs Ultras right now. Worst time to be supply blocked for Lambo. Oh no, and MAXPAX just not letting him get a 5th. His 4th base is still so exposed. Okay, finally, Ultras are on the way. 4 of them. Chitinous Plating was already upgrading. 2-2 upgrades there. Zealots in the natural. He's got to split a large number of Zerglings to deal with that. The rest of the army's going to try and defend here as best it can. But the 4th base goes down. The drone's getting cleaned in the natural. Lambo is in big trouble. He's got to give up this ground. 10 drones and a 4th. He does have a 5th hatchery up at least, so he can transfer, but now MAXPAX has the luxury of having made it to late game. Now he's going Carrier Mothership. I don't think he realizes what he's playing against right now, because Carrier and Mothership does not beat Ultra Corruptor. Ultra Corruptor Infestor is a fantastic new late game composition in this matchup, but it's one we haven't had a chance to see the pros play very often. 65 drones for Lambo, 5 more building. Stalker's going to harass this base. Oh, Lambo a little slow on the drone pool, does lose 7. That beautiful harassment. Oh, and the Infest is vulnerable to this Void Ray. He's trying to engage, but he doesn't want to lose all of his units. Dude, and these stasis traps are actually so annoying. Oh, you can see Lambo, he's trying to find how to take this engage. He can't quite figure it out. The Ultras are finally on the front. The Ling Bane here should do pretty well, especially if he gets these Banes onto the actual Zealots. But those 2 Infestors very vulnerable. Stalker's still harassing this base. The Zealots down south as well. These Ling Bane will trade, trying to let the Infestors escape. Unfortunately, that ain't going to work. They both go down. Really nice snipes on those full energy Infestors. Zealots are in the south as well. MAXPAX just not letting Lambo get going. He's on 80 probes, and the Immortal production has started. I'm shocked MAXPAX hasn't built a 2nd and 3rd Robo, as he knows right now what he's up against. He knows. It's got to be Ultras, surely. I mean, he sees one now. That's maybe the first time he's actually clearly spotted one. There we go. Finally! It dawns on him what he's up against. Oh, this is a bloody Ultra play. But he's so far ahead. He's got so much time to prepare, right? Well, Lambo's going to try and hit a timing. Oh, that stasis is very annoying. So Ultras should be able to get past, right? Oh, this one's going to get stuck. Ling Ultra on the right side. Mothership uses Cloak. There are still 3 Infestors, but they're all together. The Oracles making him afraid of moving his Infestors across the map. He doesn't want to get him sniped by the Void Ray, by the Carriers. He needs to go Corruptors soon, but he's still trying to build up. So that perfect Ultra Infestor engage. Now, to be fair, in theory, even if they get Mass Immortal, with Microbial, Ultra Infestor should do okay against this. In theory, you go dive in with the Ultras using multiple Microbials to cover them as you advance, and you just fight. And if you can sandwich their army, it's much better, so that they don't start a step away as much. Uh-oh, this Infestor's going to get caught. Indeed it does. Another full energy Infestor going down. That was meant to join up with this 4, so only 2 Infestors down there. 6 on the map right now. Does throw a fungal and tries to run away, but I think that Infestor will get blinked on or feedbacked as well. And both Infestors going down. MAXPAX is mauling Lambo right now. Just feels like he's denying bases, picking off workers, taking little trades, and Lambo just can't find an engagement for the life of him. 2-to-1 trading for MAXPAX. I love the style for Lambo, but you can tell it's hard to make this style work against one of the best PvZ players in the world. The other army's trying to come down from the north. The Ultra's getting ready for the flank. This ramp's pretty tight, but with creep spread, I think he can go for it. And indeed he will. Here we go. Time Warp goes down. Where's the Microbial? Where's the Microbial? Okay, one Microbial goes down. He does land himself some more Microbials on top, but there's not many Corruptors. Lambo's just going to tap. He didn't even stay in it. Oh, he didn't even let it fight out. I mean, at least he was trying to get on top of the army, but like I said, you got to sandwich it. You got to really come in with a proper surround or land some fungals. And it was just a field of storms, which meant everything that wasn't Ultras, Infestors, Lings, all got obliterated. A handful of Corruptors, not enough to deal with what, you know, all this army, all these Carriers and the Mothership and the Void Ray. So I think Lambo knew he was pretty dead here. I would have liked to see him A-move, because I do think the Ultras would have cleared most, if not all, of the ground army. But hats off to MAXPAX for just not giving him a chance to get going and shutting it down before it really got started. I think always with these builds, hive timing is so important to get up quickly. And I do really think losing that Roach Horn just made it extra awkward. If he had a handful of Roaches and Ravagers helping him defend the earlier pushes, I think this game's much smoother for Lambo. I think the Roach Horn blunder really cost him. GG, MAXPAX takes game 1. All right, building a lead for himself and then dominating in game 1. Now going on to Incorporeal. Lambo, of course, in the bottom right for Shopify Rebellion. The probe's going to be moving forward. View your Parasite a Mothership and use it to cloak Zerg units. I think the Mothership's immune to Neural as a heroic unit, right? I think that's the tag they have on it. I think it's also still immune to Abduct right now. So I think you can't Neural or Abduct heroic units. Yeah. Mothership actually had its range fixed this patch, so it does a lot more damage effectively now. and it doesn't mess up with its targeting. It used to like prioritize overlords and buildings over shooting drones and dumb stuff like that. Had some weird thing with its targeting, and its range was effectively less than what it should have been. But they've also slowed the mothership down by about 20% movement speed, I think. You can't neural tanks because they're heroic. I think they had a hover and a heroic tag on the siege tank, didn't they, at first? But I think they fixed that. Alright, spawning pool goes down. So many Protoss nerfs because cannon rushes rule the ladder, says Joseph. What? I don't think that had anything to do with cannon rushes on the ladder. But I mean, the mothership's insanely good now. Like, the mothership still is way better than it was previously. Getting the movement speed nerf, yeah, it's significant, but you've got, yeah, you've got, the mothership's the best it's ever been. I think cannon rushes definitely make people hate Protoss. Oh, for sure. Cannon rush is one of the most frustrating things. The fact that one worker can do as much as it can, 1 or 2 workers with a cannon rush, is kind of insane, but it's just one of those things that just feels unfair to players when they're playing, and cannon rush is so common. But if there was more Zergs cheesing, more Terrans proxying Reapers, I think we'd see a equal number of hatred for any of the really fast cheeses. Probe comes in, steals some minerals, gets out of there. First Adept will get chronoed, no doubt. Oh wow, no chrono, full greed. Just chronos his own probes. Okay, MAXPAX going full greed this game. Lambo did get his expansion up once again, so hats off to him for having really smooth openings. I think in general, if you attack your opponent before they're ready for it, they're gonna hate you for it. That's kind of how most competitive games work. I remember back in Wings of Liberty, some guy got GM doing cannon rushes only back when they were considered a noob StarCraft 1 strat. Well, there have been many people who've gotten much better than GM with cannon rushes only. King Cobra, I mean, I guess he would follow up his cannon rush with Sky Toss, but I remember when he beat Clem a few years ago, like 4 years ago, he went for Macro Nexus just so he could chrono boost his air upgrades faster. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And Clem did not know how to deal with Sky Toss at all back then. It was really funny. But yeah, there was a whole bunch of classic cannon rushes. Printaf, King Cobra. What was the Icelandic guy? What was that guy's name? Golzi? I think it was Golzi. There's been, of course, a more modern generation of guys like Boanan and Grim Reaper and all those sorts of guys. Void Ray's taking down the Overlord. Nice. Yeah, it was Golzi. Okay, Golzi was the OG one, was he? Ah, I didn't know that. I don't think White Rat was ever a big cannon rusher. I'm sure he did it sometimes, but he definitely was not famous for it. So those other guys were very good at their one move. Evo Chamber super early. Okay, Lambo wants to rush melee. Get those Lings up to defend the Stalkers a bit smoother. Devil Archon, thank you for the 72-month resub. 6 years, appreciate you, mate. Alright, Creep Tomb is spreading around the main. It's 1 Oracle. Should be seeing these 2 gases any moment now, I would imagine. There we go. Okay, pretty straight up. Nothing crazy. Just chilled out opening for MAXPAX. He's going to loop around the south. Lambo doesn't have an Overlord exposed because the Void Ray had to pull those back. But that means a good Spore Trick and good Queen positioning. Ooh, Lambo! Look at that, guys. He's only lost an Overlord and some Extractor tricks. Very clean opening. He's going to go +1 melee and a Bane Nest. How committed is he to this Bane Nest? I think he's droning pretty hard. I think he just wants to play the same style as last game. No, he's going to play Hydra Bane. What am I talking about? He's going to play Hydra Bane. Oh, watch out. Oracles are going to loop in here. Void Ray lures those Queens out. Does pull away before it dies. Still 2 Queens in the 3rd base. Could get back here. And that Queen. Oh, pull her away. Good pullback on the Queens. And those Oracles do take a fair bit of damage. But getting 2 drones, getting a Queen kill. Very nice. Lambo takes the base in the bottom left. His lair is now on the way. This does look like a very big European macro Hydra Bane. Should be taking these 2 gases here in 3, 2, 1. He's oversaturated on his natural and his 3rd, so there we go. Does take him. Oracle's pushed back by the Queens. Void Ray on the right side comes in. He wants that red hit point drone. He gets it. Oh, you cheeky bugger, MAXPAX. Nicely done. These drones caught on the rally. Oh, Oracle gets a few. That's 4 drones for the Oracles, 1 for the Void Ray, 5 in total. Templar Archives coming up in the back of the natural. 6 gases could go down soon, but we could actually see a decent little charge arc on pressure. And Lingbane is very weak against that. Where is the Hydra Den for Lambo? It goes down. I don't think it's ready for this Zealot Archon timing. If MAXPAX goes, does he even wait? He's hiding the Zealots. Lambo sees the Zealots. Lambo sees the Zealots. But he's already building 79 workers. 79! 79 workers? Against the guy who didn't have gases on his third. Oh no. MAXPAX is going to have a field day. 13 Zealots, 2 Oracles, and a very unhappy Zerg. 79 workers, just a bit too much greed. Lambo's building lots of Overlords. He's trying to make masslings. He didn't make any Banes either to respond to this. He should have known this was coming. Maybe he didn't spot those Zealots. Oh no, all of his Queens get taken out, which means that's his mobile anti-air. He's got to build Hydras now. He's building Lings. Should be swapping a Hydra production, but instead he's going for the big Ling Bane. These guys can just kill this 4th. MAXPAX can just leave, and he is so far ahead. Lambo a bit too greedy in this game. I mean, it's easy to think, okay, it's MAXPAX. He's so good as the game goes on. I gotta be a bit greedy. I gotta try to get ahead, but as we see, sometimes you can get a bit too greedy. Oh, those Banelings should have detonated. Always hard to choose when to detonate, but he will eventually clean up almost all of these Zealots. Nicely done. Void Ray on the right side shouldn't be able to kill the hatchery. It's at 250, 240, 230, 220, 210, 200 life, 190, 180, 170, 160, 150. The Queens are a little slow. The Hydras aren't here. Surely he can't kill this. The Queens don't quite have transfuse. The Void Ray goes for it. 120, 110, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50. He gets it. He's going to get it. The Void Ray, a thorn in MAXPAX's side, a pain in his buttocks. Oh, that is tragic. Loses his new 4th base. Lambo is way ahead on supply. He's got a massive work account, but he's got to go do something, and he's got to do it right now. He has to break him. Cannons and batteries abound. They're building everywhere. The Immortal's going to try to come out of the double robo. Lambo's got to go, and he's got to go now. He's going to have 1-1 upgrades. His +1 range about to kick in. Trying to rebuild that 4th. The Void Ray comes back again. You absolute D-bag. This Void Ray is straight out of a Florencio game. It's done so much. Baneling's going to roll in. He's going to go after the Zealots and High Templar. Perhaps Storm does finish in time. I'd love to see a spread on these Banelings. They're not all running into the same things. Hydra's taking a while to clean up those cannons. And Lambo is going to get rid of the 4th. If he takes his own 5th, that could be good. But look at that. Zealots are going to run in. I still think he might be able to kill this army. It's so small, but he's not really showing urgency. He stopped to kill the 4th. He doesn't have groove spines just yet. It has started, but he needs a lot of units to defend because there is a lot of Zealots that are going to be hitting him. Is he missing an opportunity to win the game, or is he playing smart by pulling home? I do not know. Going to lose quite a few drones. That Queen well positioned to distract, though. MAXPAX does shift-click the drones a little bit. You can see he's trying to target them. The Queen goes down. Natural's in trouble as well. Lings will get down there, but of course, +1 Zealots make quick work of just a small rally of Zerglings. Lambo pulls home, but he's still massing Lings. I feel like if he was going to go, he had to keep going. Attack aggressively. Otherwise, he should be doing nothing but drones here if he was going to pull home. Because at this point, yes, you've got your next Hydra upgrade, but you've given him so much time to prepare. Stasis traps, storms, 7 Immortals, 3 Archons is going to create such a big wall. 24 Hydras is a good number, though. Okay, sees a few Lings there. MAXPAX doesn't know about this army, but he's in a central position. Now he sees it. Here we go. Lingbane Hydra coming in from both sides. Lambo's going to roll these Banes towards the worker line. Oh, he misses the probes. The probes get away. Good pull-aways there. Of course, Lambo will be attacking. Oh, he didn't attack the other side at the same time. Thought he'd go both at once. A little bit slow there for Lambo. He's got to sync that up. Those Hydras on the left don't have any Baneling support. Oh, good detonate. Gets 11 probes. Nicely done. And that Nexus killed as well. Not even cancelled. Well played here for Lambo, but he's only on 67 workers against 59. And over time, this lost tab will go in favor of the Protoss. I'd love to see Lambo take a 5th base, build 20 drones. He's going to add +2 melee now. Good spread on the units. The Immortal Archon Storm now into 2 separate squads. Can Lambo find a way to get in here? Fifth base in the bottom left. It is misplaced. You can tell he's a little panicky. And I do think Broodlord transitions are back, by the way, guys. So Infestation and then going Hive and Spire would be excellent off this. But I think Lambo might be locking himself in a I need to attack and win right now sort of mindset. And that means Storm's going to be really good at holding out. Hydraling Bane on the left, Hydraling Bane on the right. No Overseers, which means the Observers get really good vision. And I think MAXPAX is well aware of what's happening. He's got, I think, 3 or 4, yeah, 4 Storms on the left. Oh man, here we go. Lambo's whole army trying to come in on one side now. First Storm gets used. There's plenty more where that comes from. Next Storm, so that's 3 Storms down. Lambo hasn't thrown too many units away. Oh, the Banelings run into a Stasis. Stasis trap's so annoying for Zerg players. Got to watch out though. Many reinforcements on the right. Even though Lambo does surround on the left and gets a really good fight with his Hydras, there's a lot more Storm coming in. He can't be standing in Storm. You have to move either forwards or backwards through it. You cannot tank it. And he does take a trade here. Let's see how it goes. More Banelings coming in from the right side. I think they're going to go for it now. There's no Storms left in this army. Energy recharge is available. He could warp in another one. The Banelings, I'd love to see them go into the center of those Immortals. They're taking their time to do it. Finally, the Archons are going down. Lambo might just be able to break through this. He does do a lot of damage, but the Immortals are still alive. These Banelings needed to deal with those Zealots. Beautiful. Oh, but a Storm comes out. The Hydras need to pull back. He's morphing Banelings on top of the Immortals. I'm not sure if that's on purpose or not. A few of the Hydras do go down. Look at this. It's so close. But at the same time, oh no! 16 drones went down. There was a War Prism. He was all in. I thought he was breaking through. I didn't even realize, guys. These Zealots walked in like 30 seconds earlier. A few Zealots ran in the front. A bunch of Zealots in the back. Zealots weren't going to be as useful into the massive Baneling Hydra. But counterattacking, that's where they're so useful. Every Hydra Bane player's worst nightmare. Just when you think you're cracking through the front is those Zealots appearing in your base and ruining your day. Really good play by Lambo. I think losing, you know, basically over-droning against the initial push put him in a terrible spot. Losing the 4th base barely put him in a hard spot as well. His opening was actually really good, and much like the previous game where if you didn't lose the Roach Warren, you can kind of see. I think there's great ideas, but MAXPAX was just a little bit better on the execution of the harassment, the build-up, and all that sort of stuff. GG, well played, guys. Got to say, great series for MAXPAX. Gets the 2-0, but Lambo shows some really good strategies. GG, well played.